What's up, everyone? Welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and craziest side of the interwebs. I am your host, Ray McNeil. Coming up on the program today, box-picking robots are now automating entire warehouses. The Perseverance rover has successfully landed on Mars, and it sent back one heck of a video. Happening in this week's What the Aurora 7 is a 7-screen laptop battle station that is built for professionals. And of course, we'll wrap up the program with this week's Moment of Joy. All that and a whole lot more coming up on today's edition of your weekly tech update next. The Israeli robotics company Bionic Hive has introduced a new kind of box mover bot, one that looks like it'll automate the Y-axis of warehouses with the same ease that they've automated everything else. Squid's creators say that they've modeled it after a worker bee. It's supposed to be able to go anywhere in a warehouse. It can retrieve or place any box as long as it weighs 35 pounds or less. Side note, sadly, we can't explain why the bot's name is Squid. Even though it takes after a bee, they really didn't explain. Despite the Rick and Morty butter robot-like simplicity of the Squid, however, it seems like it could be a significant breakthrough for automating warehouses. We've seen lots of robots that can move boxes on the floor before. Amazon robots are all over their warehouses, but they still need people to pull the boxes from the shelves and put them on the robots. There are parcel bots in China that do this all the time as well. But the Squid robots brings vertical racks into the equation, multiplying the degrees of freedom that warehouse bots have, and hence their ability to further dominate a box's entire journey from point A to point B. Speaking of which, let us never forget about Boston Dynamics and its pick and handle robots. Those two robots, which wheel around and suck up packages with their faces respectively, will also disrupt warehouses everywhere very, very soon as well. Some entertainment news for you. If you are excited about Zack Snyder being involved with the DC Universe again, well, do I have news for you. HBO Max will feature many big movies this year. In fact, all of Warner Brothers' 2021 films are going to air on the platform. However, one of its biggest movies hitting the new service isn't from 2021. No, it's not even new. It's a fresh take on a film from 4 years ago. Recently, the service released the latest trailer for the Snyder Cut, an extended version of the 2017 superhero flick Justice League from director Zack Snyder. The film, which is scheduled to hit HBO Max on March 18th, comes with significant hype and lofty expectations, but why would Warner Media, which is also CNN's parent company, go to the trouble of re-releasing a film from 2017 and not only recut the film, but actually add new scenes to create a big-budget 4-hour version of it? Well, it serves two purposes, actually: pleasing fans and boosting HBO Max's subscriber base. Fans have been clamoring for the updated film ever since the original hit theaters 4 years ago. Snyder, who has directed other films in the DCEU, including Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, stepped down as the director of Justice League after a family tragedy. And then Joss Whedon, director of Marvel's The Avengers, was brought in to finish the movie. Since then, DC fans have practically begged Warner Brothers to release Snyder's version of the movie, posting the hashtag Release the Snyder Cut on social media. Eventually, they got their wish, with the studio announcing last May that it would release Snyder's version of the film on HBO Max. Releasing a film that stars Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Aquaman on their new streaming service may seem like a slam dunk for Warner Media. Oh yeah, The Flash was in it as well, and of course Cyborg. However, it does pose some some risk, seeing that 2017's Justice League was a huge disappointment. Fans hated the film, as you probably guessed, considering that they've been asking for a new version of it, and critics largely panned it. The box office totals were also lackluster for a superhero movie, despite it making roughly $660 million worldwide, but box office numbers aren't a concern when it comes to streaming. For Warner Media, the decision to debut the Snyder Cut on HBO Max makes a lot of sense. Streaming is now the top priority for Hollywood media companies, and in order to compete with the likes of Netflix, new services need to be able to bring in as many subscribers as they can with their exclusive content. Although HBO Max's 17.2 million activations is pretty solid, it still pales in comparison to Netflix and, of course, Disney Plus subscriber numbers, so the service needs to push hard to catch up. This also helps explain why Warner Media announced in December that all of Warner Brothers' feature films would be released for streaming and in theaters at the same time this year. That choice, which will bring potential blockbusters such as Dune, The Suicide Squad, and The Matrix 4 to viewers' living rooms, caused a big stir in Hollywood. However, in a streaming market where content is king, Warner Media isn't holding back. So bringing together DC's most popular heroes in a movie fans can only find on HBO Max is really a no-brainer for Warner Media as it tries to create its own heroics within the streaming world. If you watched the Super Bowl this year, then you saw a 30-second commercial which highlighted a milestone event in human space exploration. It's the first ever completely civilian crew on a space shuttle. And they even announced the opportunity for 2 people to join in on that 4-person crew. The spot released during the Super Bowl announced the Inspiration 4 mission at SpaceX headquarters and the humanitarian and charitable message Inspiration 4 intends to deliver. Entitled Join Us, it reached a viewing audience in excess of 100 million people. The ad revolves around simple but elegant close-up shots of an authentic SpaceX suit adorned with a patch representing the mission's 4 pillars: leadership, hope, generosity, and prosperity. As the camera moves across the suit, the voiceover states,
"This fall, Inspiration 4 launches as the first all-civilian mission to space. And you could be on board."
The commercial ends with an invitation for viewers to go to space and to visit the mission's website, which is www.inspiration4, that's the number 4.com, to learn more. The commercial was fittingly directed by the actress, producer, and director Bryce Dallas Howard, for whom space has held a personal fascination since childhood. She is the eldest daughter of actor and filmmaker Ron Howard, who directed the iconic and Academy Award-winning film Apollo 13, a profile in courage of the ill-fated third lunar landing back in 1970. In addition to her acting credits, Howard has also directed episodes of The Mandalorian. Howard's direction of Join Us is accentuated by unexpected and inviting music and the voiceover. A fresh and enchanting take on the timeless lullaby Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is provided by Celeste, a British Jamaican singer and songwriter who won the BBC's Sound of 2020 and the Brit Award Rising Star Prize last year. Her debut album, Not Your Muse, was released recently by Interscope Records, and the voiceover was provided by Academy Award-winning actress Octavia Spencer. Shift 4 Payments will be donating a crew seat to a deserving entrepreneur, demonstrating innovation and ingenuity using the new Shift 4 Shop platform. Isaacman has committed to giving $100 million to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and is inviting everyone to join him in attempting to raise upwards of $200 million or more in support of St. Jude's multi-billion-dollar expansion aimed to accelerate research advancements and save more children worldwide.